Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 209 of Shop with Diane. Today is April the 3rd, 2025, and it is almost 5 years that we have been coming together most Thursday evenings at 7 Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. And it's an opportunity for me to show you a number of interesting products that I have available for purchase. So if you are interested in watching this show, please reach out to me and I'll be happy to hook you up with these great products. Now, this evening show is going to be very educational, I hope, and increasing awareness of an amazing product that I discovered just in November. And I have to tell you that this personal hearing amplifier that I purchased for my father has completely changed his life for the better and also for our family. So I have been so excited about this product that I reached out to the manufacturer and said, oh my goodness, I need to learn more about this product and perhaps there's an opportunity for me to carry it. And sure enough, they sent me a number of products just a couple of weeks back, and I have them here, and I'm wanting to let everybody know about them because hearing loss is age-related hearing loss is very common, and quite often people aren't able to or are not to wear hearing aids, but there is a plan B, an alternative, and I want to share that with you. So if you are watching the show for the very first time, welcome to you. This is I am a business owner who has operated a retail business in Thunder Bay on the North Shore of Lake Superior for the past 28 years. My business is called Take a Hike, and it also rebranded as we got more into clothing to Take a Hike, rebranded to Take Two Boutique. So when the pandemic hit, changed everything, and we needed to learn how to use new technology, all of us, because I'm sure many of you were not getting together to do live stream shopping prior to the pandemic, but it's changed things, and we have embraced it and have built a lovely, lovely community of people that I describe as kind, heart-centered, appreciative, intelligent, lovely, lovely people. So welcome to our community and welcome to Shop with Diane. So this is interactive if you are watching the live presentation. So please get your comments into the comment section. I'll try to follow along and answer them right away. Otherwise, feel free after, if you are watching the replay, say hello as well and get your comments in there, and I'll try to follow up with getting back to you, but not during the live presentation. So I'm just going to take a look here in the comment section and see who do we have. We have Heather joining us saying hello, as we do Beverly. Hi, Beverly. Terry is there. And okay, so and Terry, two Terrys, one with the I and one with the Y, as Terry with the Y is pointing out, these sure look better than what was available years ago at the Radio Shack. Remember the Radio Shack? That's dating us, isn't it? So please, if you know of anyone who is experiencing hearing loss or has a family member that they are maybe a friend of yours who's elderly, father, mother, grandmother, grandfather, aunt, uncle, is struggling with hearing, please share this video with them as well. You can change people's lives for the better. And we have Mary saying hello to everyone. Hi, Mary. So please, if you're joining us, say hello, get your comments in. And as you know, a great way to help your favorite businesses along the way is also follow them on, in our case, on the Facebook page, Take a Hike and Take Two Boutique Facebook page. We are also broadcasting this, and welcome to you if you're watching the Shop with Diane YouTube channel. But don't forget to follow, subscribe, give some hearts and thumbs up. It's very much appreciative, and it encourages Facebook algorithms to push our video forward. So let's see, who else do we have joining us? Cindy saying hello, as we also have Kathy. And not only can you interact with me directly, but look at, we have Heather saying hi to Cindy. It's that kind of format. You can have lots of chatter, ask lots of questions, and we'll try to answer them for you this evening during our live presentation. Now, if any of the products that I do show you, you would like to order, here's how you do it. You get it in the comment section. Say, hey, Diane, I'd like to purchase, for example, the second personal hearing amplifier that you're showing, and I will respond back to you. But you have other ways to reach me besides the comment section. You can always call me or text me. I am here in Thunder Bay at 807-628-4334. That's 807-628-4334. How you're going to get the item is come by my business to pick it up or take a closer look at it. I'm located on the east side, on McKellar Street, east side of the Fort William Gardens, which is our city's largest hockey arena, and curling club is next door, so you can swing by, but I'm not always here. So let me put the times up on the screen. There you see it. The pickup times following the show will be Friday from 11 to 1, Saturday 10:30 to 12:30, a little earlier a closure for us, 12:30, have a family engagement to scoot off to. And then Monday, April 7th, from 11 to 1, you can come by, or you could call me at that number, 807-628-4334, and we can set up another time, whether it's for these products or other products that you may have seen on previous shows. So let me just, so yes, there are previous shows, so you can go back and in the video section of our Facebook page and look at previous shows and do a little shopping that way as well. So let me just carry on. We've got by the number counter, we've got a lovely group of people joining us now, and probably is a good time to put a thumbs up if you haven't already, and send a little heart. Share it, call a friend, and let them know that we are this evening going to look at personal hearing amplifiers that I'm very excited about and now have available here for purchase. So what is a personal sound amplifier? Well, before I answer that, I just want to let you know that people join the show because they find it educational. And how do I learn about this stuff? It's not always easily available, but as I was doing a bit of a Google search, I had come across an article that I think really makes this product something that everybody should be paying attention to. So here's the article, and it's a little hard for you to read that way, but let me put up a slide on the screen, and let me just do this. I can do it. Before I do that, I'm just gonna read from it, basically some background, which I found fascinating. And it, first of all, this is going to change this up. First time it's live. I'm just learning how to do this. Let me put this up. Okay, the article is from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, and it's in the February 2024 edition. it's out there for review. And this is a very long title, but 3 Canadian researchers based in Toronto area, Sinai Hospital, University of Toronto, and so on, did a review of all sorts of research of the clinical use of personal hearing amplifiers and their use in care facilities. And it is actually something that they presented first time to the Canadian Geriatric Society at their annual general meeting in 2023. That is saying to you that this is current research about personal hearing amplifiers. And as Canadian researchers taking a look at this product, maybe not for the community use, but more in a clinical setting. And they came up with conclusions how people using them are very satisfied with them and so on. But I want to point out as well something that maybe there's something equivalent to this in Canada, but I'm not aware of it. I also in my research came up with this fact, and this is surprising to me. So in the US, there is an Americans with Disability Act. And actually, healthcare providers must ensure that there is effective communication with patients who are deaf or hard of hearing. And for them to ensure that happens, they have to provide interpreters or other accommodations, such as assistive hearing devices, to ensure equal access to healthcare services. Now, just think about that. What that means is in the US, if you're a healthcare provider, you have to determine at the beginning of your interaction with the patient, can they hear? And if they're not able to, you as a healthcare provider have to solve that problem. And so what will happen is, well, that many, and that's why they're in hospital settings primarily, is they will provide them with a personal sound amplifier. Sometimes they're called personal sound amplifier. The Canadian research that I refer to, though, says that there's many terms being used to describe these products. Their recommendation is that we start referring them to as personal hearing amplifiers. So there are many different models on the market. I'm going to show you about a brand by Sonic Technology, which I ordered after doing some research. Love it. And their products are called Super Ears. So it's basically a little portable amplifier with the microphone that you can set on the table or clip onto your clothing in many cases and put on a headset and or earbuds and turn it on, and it's going to amplify the sound. Very simple to use. And so here's a little piece of research that I found shocking as well from their article. It said that among adults 70 years of age or older, 2/3 experience a 25 decibel or greater loss of hearing in both the ears. Now, what does that mean? It says a normal hearing person can experience a deficit by inserting a pair of standard foam earplugs, which provide a comparable 33 decibels of sound reduction. Think about it. Okay, 2/3 of people over 70 years of age are walking around like they're wearing earplugs, foam earplugs, compared to when their hearing was at its prime. That's shocking. And so people who are not hearing as well are not picking up on conversations, and you know how that goes. So I'm going to go and get a hearing test because I haven't done that. And my mom turns 89 next week, she hasn't had a hearing test, but is starting to ask me, could you repeat that? I didn't hear you. Could you speak up? And I think it's something that we should all be doing at different stages in life, especially as we are aging. And uh, yes, because the hearing loss is quite common. So I'd recommend going to a professional audiologist, get your hearing tested, see what they have to say. Now, perhaps for you, the best solution is going to be a hearing aid. Technology is really advanced in that regard, and a hearing aids are not really noticeable, and they're using them, they're connecting to phones. They're really quite amazing. However, they're not inexpensive, and people are sometimes reluctant to purchase them or not able financially to purchase them. Or quite often, as people age, they, for a variety of reasons, stop wearing them. And in this article, for example, it said, while hearing aids are a common coping strategy, they have limited availability in clinical settings, as 4 out of 5 octogenarians with sufficient hearing loss do not wear them. And moreover, they are frequently lost if brought to the hospital. Let's see, a study of barriers to hearing aid use in long-term care facilities further found that hearing aids are less suited to the needs of institutionalized older adults due to device fragility, cost, challenges with insertion, volume adjustment, and battery changes. Now, this is speaking about institutionalized seniors. However, we are trying to age in place, and many of you know that you may have had and been blessed to have aging parents or grandparents, and they struggle to hear in the home or when they moved into another type of care setting. So I'm going to introduce you to the man who made this product come to life for our family. And I'm going to introduce you in a slide here to my dad. Here we go. So this is my dad. And my dad, Mike, is 99 years old. This is a picture I just took of him a couple days ago. And he is nearly deaf. So it was in November that he began wearing a super ear personal hearing amplifier. And I'm going to tell you, it completely changed his life and the life of our family as well. And so my dad is hard of hearing, and as I said, nearly deaf. And what we know when people, and why wasn't he wearing his hearing aids? Just for the reasons that were cited, that they were difficult to insert. They were, where did I come across that? Adjusting the volume was difficult. Changing the batteries was difficult. They were fragile. It was just a problem. So that is common. And so people choose not to wear hearing aids. And what happens as a result? They go into social isolation. They're not picking up on conversations. They're too hard. The interaction with family members, caregivers is difficult, so they step back. Watching TV, in some cases, people will watch TV with the sound completely turned up, and they're asking people to repeat themselves many times. They're wondering why, if they're not hearing, why are people yelling at them all the time? Why are they angry, appearing angry? And so in the case of my dad, he kind of went into a social, he kind of went into a deep hole and wasn't picking up on those interactions, not getting the stimulation. And it was very worrisome to me and our family. And the medical profession, as this research article pointed out, aren't so aware that there is a plan B to hearing aids. They're not aware, not sharing, if they do know, not really sharing with family members and those hard of hearing about personal hearing amplifiers or personal sound amplifiers. So it wasn't until, although there were many caregivers and medical professionals that my parents were seeing over the past couple of years, the best advice was, hey, Mike, you should wear your hearing aid. And just encourage, Mike, you should wear your hearing aid. It's really important for your cognitive maintenance of your cognitive skills and social interactions and joy of life. You need to wear your hearing aids, Mike. Well, my dad, Mike, like a lot of seniors, really didn't buy into that. It was in November that I purchased one of these, put it on my dad's the set hearing the mic, what do you call it, the headphones on my dad, turned it on, and it was like a child hearing for the first time. I'm going to tell you, my dad is a changed man since having worn these, and he is now watching TV again when he stopped previously from watching. He's watching at a regular volume that the rest of us are listening. He is able to hear conversations that we're having socially. He can hear the doctor or the caregivers. And it's absolutely amazing. What has it done for the rest of us? Well, it's kind of, my dad can't hear my voice, maybe the frequency or whatever, without a hearing aid. And so he wasn't able to hear me. In the case of my mother, she always would have to yell, and it gets to the point, that it gets to the point we don't even want to have conversations. It's just too difficult. And it's heartbreaking to watch somebody with hearing loss sit on the periphery of a conversation, sit there, not getting anything from it, tuning out and dozing off. And when I tell this story, so many people will tell me that they too have experienced that with a parent, a grandparent, and how amazing it would be. Does anybody who's watching, do you have any experiences like that? Do you know of anybody like that, and how heartbreaking it really is? So my dad is a changed man. He smiles, he's interacting, he has, at 99, he's got more wind in his sails now to keep on going. So that is a true delight. So I want to show you 3 different models of this product that we have, and invite you to make a purchase. Now, I showed these at there was a health and wellness expo happening at our 55 Plus Center here in Thunder Bay. It was last weekend, and I brought these products there for the first time. Oh, I was in a noisy room. I could hardly hear myself talk. And so it wasn't, we didn't test them with people there. But there was such interest in this. Person after person would come and say, what is this? And, oh, I could use that. Or, oh my goodness, my mother could use that. I need to find out more about them. So I have them here this evening, and I want to show you what they're about. Now, Super Ear is developed by a company that's called, do we have it written on here? It's called, I saw it someplace, there it is, Sonic Technology. Now, Sonic Technology is a company based in the US. There's no Canadian equivalent to this, sorry, fellow Canadians. But when it comes to something like this, I'm going with it. It's a US company. It is manufactured in Asia, though. And so where was I with my story, my rambling story? So the company was formed in 1981. It was 1986 when the company came out with their very first edition of Super Ear. it was a microphone, and it has passed all of the testing that's required for a device such as this. And I'm going to show you the model that I purchased for my dad. Now, this model is, of the three I'm going to show you, is the most expensive of them, but there's a reason for it, and I'll show you what those are. And they're going to range in price, the models that I show you, from $100 up to $170. So what I purchased for my dad is the SE9000. And as you see here, it's rechargeable because it has rechargeable batteries, but there's a few other features that I really, really love about it. And I know what I was going to say. So when I was at the 55 Plus Center, there was a quite inquiry, well, how can my dad or my mom or grandma try this? And I do think that if you wanted to try one for a day, I would have you leave a credit card or a piece of ID with me, and you could try one for a day, and we would have you use little covers for the ear mic, on the headphones, just like the little slippers that you'll see when you go into a number of professional medical offices now, rather than tracking in the snow and the salt into their rooms. They'll have little covers for your shoes. So we'll have little covers for your ears. And if it's picked up in the morning and returned the next morning, if you're not going to purchase it, I can arrange that. I could do that. But since last weekend, I've been speaking with people and thinking, you know what? Maybe the purchase decision isn't really best. It could be the person who is hard of hearing. Maybe it's something you just step out, as I did, and purchase one, and then try it. In the research, it also shows the importance of interaction, family interaction, to make sure that the person is putting it on when there is a social interaction happening, or when you're going to sit down and watch TV and so on. So you, as the family member, neighbor, caregiver, friend, you play a role in helping the person make use of something like this. So it could be that you're going to go for a visit and you're going to say, hey, I picked up something that we might try, and let's put this hearing, this top quality headphone on you. In this one, that all of the units will also come with earbuds that are not as noticeable, but you just got to wrap them around your ear and plug that in. And then this unit plugs into the amplifier. So in this model, you just simply pop this in. What I mentioned, it has rechargeable batteries, which I love on this model. They are 2 AA rechargeable batteries that are going to last up to 40 hours of use. And then when it's time to recharge them, you can do it. There's a cable here, and put it into a USB port, but we also have wall plugs included, so you can charge it into using either a USB port, say your computer or something, but we have wall plugs. And on this particular style, we also have wall plugs should you be doing any international travel to Europe, to Australia, through North America, and so on. So rechargeable batteries, up to 40 hours of use. What is really unique to this particular model as well is here, there are 3 settings for frequency: low, medium, and high. So depending on the person's hearing loss and sounds and so on, you can get a more precise, comfortable setting, but it is crystal clear, the sounds that are coming in through it. It's actually shocking and amazing. Another thing that I love about this particular model of all the models, it has a really nice clip on the back that makes it very easy to attach this to your clothing. And so it can be attached to your clothing, to your belt. You can hide the wires if you wish. You can put the wires behind you, but just clip this on and turn it on, and you can hear amazingly well. And I have tested it on a couple of people just in this past week who I've been speaking with, and you know, kind of leaning in. They need to watch your lips and so on. I said, maybe some difficulty hearing. I have a product that I'd like you to get your feedback on. I put it on them, and like my dad, it was like, oh my gosh. And then I would walk away with my back facing them, walk quite a distance, and they can hear me crystal clear. Totally amazed by this product. So this is very easy to use. You just clip it onto your clothing or your belt loop, and off you go. It also has a very easy volume control here. So it just goes on. You can see that there is a green light showing that the power is on or off. Very easy. The frequency, my dad just leaves it on at medium. We just clip this onto his clothing. Now, a number of people could do this by themselves, but as they are aging or having more difficulties with day-to-day things, that you just might get to, as we do my dad, is that the right setting? How about that? That's good to go? Okay, we're off. So as I said, it comes with, and all the models come with the headset, which is really comfortable. You know, you want to watch TV without it being at 79. Somebody said they were listening to TV, said it in the 70s. I didn't know it could go up that loud. And yeah, might miss your hair. So if you own these, wear the earbuds, and a little more discreet. If you're just joining us, welcome. We're reviewing 3 models of personal hearing amplifiers that are an alternative to hearing aids. And some people, because of the cost, are not purchasing hearing aids, or they're just not quite there, or maybe hearing aids they've owned but are finding very difficult to use already, and therefore have opted to live in a silent world when the solution for hearing is right here. So now this happened to me in the last show, and I don't know if it is something that's going wrong. I don't see any comments coming forward, which usually I do, but last show I did. For some reason, the comments stopped. So I am going to try something just for a moment here. Go to our page. See if there's any that's going wrong. I don't see any comments coming forward, which usually I do, but last show I don't see comments on there either. So if just put your comments in. If I'm being not interacting with you, we know it's a little glitch for some reason. But I would love your feedback. And oh, we're just listening. Thank you, Deb. Okay, that's good to know. No questions so far. Thank you for that feedback, because I was worried when I did my last show, comments weren't coming, and I was kind of like, oh my God, where'd they go? And it's so not like them. But you become a listening group. This is okay. So as I was saying, this is the model, which is the model number is, where is this? It's the Super Ear SE9000. It's with the rechargeable battery. It's the one with high, medium, and low frequency control switch. It's got that on-off indicator. It's got the easy-to-use belt clip or clip to use on your clothing, and it comes with the adapters should you be traveling, the wall adapters for traveling to Europe You can use those for just traveling. You might want to borrow them from this, folks. If you're on a European vacation and you would like a wall plug with a USB adapter for your other devices, wouldn't that be great? So there's a lot of stuff that comes with it. As I said, two different types of head. Well, it comes with the head crystal clear headphones or the earbuds, 3-year warranty. It's for $170. We changed my dad's and my family's life. So that's the product. Before seeing all three models that I purchased for my dad, I have no regrets. It was one of the best gifts to give. And as I was saying, give it as a gift. Can you imagine you're gathering together for Easter dinner and somebody is there who is not interacting, not hearing the beautiful voices of young children, who are not hearing the stories being told, who is isolated? Bring this out, have them try it on, and just watch what happens. Now, as I said, people may need some help as they're aging with just understanding how to use it. Sometimes, too, a reluctance or forgetfulness to put it on. So when you're there, have them put it on is absolutely priceless. I've got a comment coming up here with Dad, my brother, and myself all working in the mill. My mom would not watch TV with us for up to 4 hours. She called it paper mill ears. Yeah. It's people lose their hearing, and you just see what I've content. Everyone watching your program should share this article with their parents and elderly friends with hearing disability. I may need one after I have my hearing test. Great products. Thank you for this presentation. Thank you, Sai. I appreciate that very much. As I was saying, if you're just joining us, welcome. I started the show introducing you to my dad, who at 99 wasn't able to hear any longer, stopped wearing his hearing aids for a variety of reasons, and we were losing my dad. He was in social isolation, losing an interest in watching TV, communicating with family members. Sleep was his hobby. Sleep was his life. Not wanting to eat, we see that withdrawal. We just need to give people their hearing. And when hearing aids are not the solution for a variety of reasons, there is a plan B, and those are these personal hearing amplifiers. The brand that I am carrying now is Super Ear. It's a brand that I did some research on, and they have been a joy to work with, and I want to tell you about this. I've cited some research that was published in the American Journal of Geriatric. What was that journal? The Journal of American Geriatric Society. It was a paper presented initially at the Canadian Geriatric Society at their annual meeting in 2023, citing how valuable these devices are for people who are not wearing their hearing aids. It's a requirement to actually, in the US, that any medical professional, it's part of their American Disability Act, that the medical professional must ensure that their patient, their client, can hear. And if not, it's the responsibility of the medical professional to provide, whether it's an interpreter or some sort of way to ensure that the patient understands and can communicate what's happening. Research shows that people are dying more quickly in hospital settings when they do not have hearing, and but the quality of life is lost, is diminished. I shouldn't say that, is diminished significantly without the ability to hear. There is a solution. It's Plan B. I spoke to one medical professional not long ago, said, are you aware of this product? And they're kind of very dismissive, saying, Oh, yes, that's so old school. Well, yes, the pioneers of developing this are, it's over 30 years that ago that the ones initially were um, provided. These are available in many hospitals, and but I don't want to hear that this is such old school. No, this is Plan B, and as their research showed, that one of the biggest barriers to them being used as a solution is the lack of awareness among medical professionals and caregivers. So I just find that to be so sad. And that is why I am using Shop with Diane as a platform to let it be known that there is this device. It can change people's lives for the better. And the price of something like this that we have here ranges from $100 to $170. So pick one up if you're watching the show. How you do that, how you're going to order one in, is you can contact me. Let me just put this up. Oh, here we go. You can put in the comment section and I'll get back to you that we can communicate that way, and private message on Facebook, or you can phone me or text me at 807-628-4334. And I will have some times that you can swing by to pick up one of these products or take a closer look at it. And I'll put that up on the screen, our pickup times. Friday, Saturday, and Monday. Friday from 11 to 1 this Friday, Saturday 10:30 to 12:30, and Monday 11 to 1. If those times don't work for you, by all means get back to me at 807-628-4334, and we will set up a new time to a time convenient for the both of us. I am so blessed to have both my parents, Mike and Elsie. My mom turns 89 on Monday. Happy birthday, Mom. And my dad, 99. And these products, as I said, are life-changing. And as my parents recently moved into a Chartwell on Isabella, I have come to realize just how many residents are struggling with hearing, and what comes from that, a decline in cognitive skills as well, and increase in dementia. So this is a strategy, but it may involve you as a family member or a neighbor or a friend to introduce the product and develop the routine of checking if the batteries are working and is it being used in those social settings. It's absolutely fantastic. And it's let me just carry on. I'm going to go back into the comment section so you can follow along. Get your questions into this comment section. If you are watching a replay, love to hear from you as well. Don't forget to share a love, like it, love it. Let's get the Facebook algorithms working in our favor so we can share, tell more people about this so they too can hear the good news. So let me carry on. So that was model number one. It's the SE9000, the rechargeable batteries that are going to last for 40 hours before requiring a recharge. Comes with a frequency adjustment for low, medium, and high, and a really wonderful belt clip. That's priced at $170. So the next model I want to show you is, let me just get this out, is this one here. And it's the SE7500. And you can see it's got a little bit of a different design to it compared to the last one I showed you. That was the first one. And here's the SE7500, which will come with both the earbuds and the headphone. Now, it doesn't have the rechargeable batteries, but it does come just in the back there with two AAA batteries that will last for 80 hours. And they really recommend alkaline batteries when it's time to replace this. And the reason is, I have a note here, alkaline batteries deliver 2 to 3 times the operational life of lesser batteries. So get yourself replacement alkaline batteries. Now, this particular one doesn't have that pocket clip at the back. First of all, let me show you its features. It doesn't have the frequency switch, but to get this working, you just press this button, and the light is going to tell you, it's a red light there, that the power is on. And it has a volume control on the side here. So that's where you'll control the volume. So this is going to pick up sound. The models will pick up sound 100 yards away. How many meters? A lot of meters away. And but it also comes with this patent leather case and a clip on the back. It's a little tight, this clip, so it's not as easy. Well, I suppose if you can, easy to clip onto your clothing or onto a belt. But if you're having a conversation, this could just sit on the end table or sit on the desk or sit on the table. And but this little case is going to prevent some of the noise that would be picked up by it rattling around wherever you might be wearing it or using it. So what you do is you just pop this in here. So that in the case, the on-off button is still visible. On the side, you still have the volume control, and on the other side where you plug it in. So you pop this in and turn it on. Oops, got to turn it on to the volume that you'd like. And amazingly, the sound is amplified. It's amazing. When I do this, my voice is just amplified, and it's a quality sound. Now, this has a special feature. In 45 minutes, it's going to turn itself off. So if you forget to turn it off, you're not going to drain the batteries. It's going to do that for you. So, yeah, that's the SE7500. The price of this beautiful little unit that's going to change people's lives is $120 for this. It's a great investment. You can use it for birding. You can use it indoors, outdoors, to the theater, to church services, doctor's appointments, playing bridge, whatever it is you're doing. It's going to be fantastic. And as the concerts, theater, all sorts of things. So the final one that I'd like to show you is actually this one, the SE5000. So the SE5000 is it's a simple one to use, and sometimes for some folks, simplicity is the best answer. And well, this is the closed box, sealed up box yet. Let me take one out. So this one here, you would screw onto the back. It's clip. It's a little tight. That's what I found. It's a little tight. So it's not the easiest to clip onto clothing, unless there's a technique that I have not yet discovered, but I find it kind of hard. So this would be something that if you had it in a shirt pocket, it might work that way. Sit it on the table, sit it on the end table as you're watching TV, the coffee table, on the side of if you're sitting on the couch, on the cushion, whatever you need, you can just sit that out there. It's a microphone. You can swivel the direction that it has, and it's going to come both, again, with the headphones and the earbuds. These have a 3-year warranty on them, just testament to the quality of product that they are. This particular model, so that's the SE5000, comes with a 1 AAA alkaline battery that is going to give you up to 30 hours of listening, which is fantastic. Very simple. You just turn it on the side here. You turn it on or off. One thing that I don't really like about it is that there is no indication. The others have lights to let you know if it's on or off. This doesn't tell you, so you're going to have to turn it on or off. That just might drain a few batteries more than you expected, but that is a very simple on or off. And again, you just simply plug in in this case, the earbud, which are more discreet to wear. And it's what my dad enjoys wearing, is the earbuds. And for $100 is the price. Now let's do on off. Okay, so that is the third model. Listen, $100, $120, $170 to have a plan B for anyone who's experiencing hearing loss, and especially those that are reluctant to have hearing aids. I encourage all of you to go get a hearing test. I haven't had one yet. I think I need to go and get one, and just see what's going on. That would be the first. 67 this year. It'll be the first time if I get one before August, after August 67. But get my ears tested. Maybe a hearing aid at some point will be a better option. I know people have hearing aids, and when the phone rings on their cell phone, they're hearing right into their hearing aids. They're really quite amazing, but they're not for everyone. Maybe they're not, even if you have hearing aids, maybe they're not. This is at sometimes just easier. Maybe at the night table, you put these on instead of, putting them, going for your hearing aids and so on. It is recommended too for adoption of this, especially if people are quite frail and elderly, may need some of your involvement to get them to be using it, to keep track of it, because you're not sure where they took it off, and you got to do a bit of a search for them. But what you can do in terms of improving somebody's quality of life, and I think helping with cognitive skills and so on as a result of these, amazing, and how it changes the dynamics of family members, and where once again the person suffering from hearing loss can be part of that, of the communications, where they will have a better ability to hear in medical appointments and be participating in their care plan, making more independent decisions that way. There's so many reasons that when you don't feel like you either have to yell at somebody all the time, which is upsetting, you don't want to be yelling just so they can hear, or because it's so difficult to communicate, people stop communicating. And give it a try. $100 to $100 and $100, $120, $170. They're available here. I do want to point out, though, that when you do have, there could be at times electromagnetic interference. What does that mean? Sometimes when this unit is too close to some metal, or the two units, the headphone and this device, are too close together, you're going to get a very high-pitched screeching sound that maybe the person, in my dad's case, he doesn't seem to be bothered by it, but the rest of us, if it's too close, it's like, oh my God, you got to turn that down because it's screeching. So that is just a note. It will return to its normal working state. after the interference is removed, no problems, but that might be something that will be a bit of a surprise to you. Does anybody have any questions? Do you have any feedback here? Is that screeching sound for all three of them? Yes, there is. Once you get the hang, thank you for your questions, Debbie. Is that screeching sound true of all of them? Yes. It's just a matter of getting the two pieces too close together, or I notice when we clip on at times the unit to my dad's jacket, if it's a metal zipper, it seems to screech. Got to turn down the volume, put it on a different piece of his clothing, and it works just fine. Let's see. So good, better, and best. Absolutely, Sai. Wanting to show you three styles, and started with the first one to let you know what the premium looks like. And if that's something that isn't for you at this time, then just see what other things that you might be giving up when you go to the good one. But they're all great. Let's see, great presentation. Thank you very much, Sai. Does anybody have any further comments that or questions or interest in this? Do you know of anybody who could be using them? Would you like to set up a time to take a closer look? I am going to be doing a presentation at Isabella Chartwell on Palm Sunday coming up at 2 p.m. in their activity room, where I'll be showing people not just the super ear products, but also our really popular MSM all natural pain relief lotion that many of you have been using and loving and telling everybody about. It's all natural, made in Red Deer, Alberta. It doesn't interact with other medications, suitable for anyone over 2 years of age and older. Not greasy, smells wonderful, of a menthol smell, pepperminty scent. A little goes a long way. Oh, there's a flickering light. A little goes a long way. This little bit here is enough to do an arthritic joint in my hand or two. And you simply put it on. Don't need to really massage it lots, and let it do its magic. Most people within a few minutes have a significant reduction of pain. In many cases, the pain completely disappears. Others with a deep-seated inflammation, it may take longer to penetrate, to absorb to the depth where the inflammation is happening before they're finding that relief. Other people, like my mom with severe arthritis in her hands and such great pain for years and years, needed to apply this a couple times a day, but in about a week's time, she no longer had the pain, or only occasionally did it return, and then she had a solution to it. So MSM Pain Relief Lotion, we'll have at that presentation. If you want to give it a try, pop by the store. We have a tester bottle. Bring your aches and your pains and put it on. They come in various sizes. A small little packet here that will go a long way is $2.50, 3 milliliters of that. 100 milliliter bottle, which you can also bring on board your a plane with your carry-on, is $38. 220 milliliters, so a little more than double the size, is going to be $59. And we have customers asking us for the liter. It's $200 for a liter. And we also have with bath soaks. So we have, if you want to sit in the tub, what is the active ingredient? MSM. MSM comes from, it's a very long word, but the active, so therefore they short formed it. MSM is, MSM comes from cedar bark. Research, it's a highly potent anti-inflammatory for arthritis, tendonitis, bursitis, carpal tunnel, trigger finger, rotor cuff problems, neck pain, back pain, restless leg, which a number of people have pointed out to me that they have restless leg and find it to work incredibly well. And so yeah, so we have these products that I'll have at our presentation as well. Anybody else have any comments there? Let me just see. Thank you, Deb. My father looks awesome, by the way. May I look that good at 99? My dad is gaining a lot of attention where he is. He's being recognized as being 99 and active and happy and engaged, which is such such a blessing, because that wasn't the man this summer who was disengaged, who was not smiling and happy and not moving around. and he's a changed man, and I'm so blessed. So thank you for pointing that out, Deb. Cy, who's had a career in sales, might remember Cy from Sears. He says, buy the best and don't knock the rest. That's a good saying, Cy. I love that. And let's see. Thank you, Deb and Beverly. Thank you very much for your comments as well. I appreciate it. So get your orders in. Let me know if you're going to be coming by. I have a number to call. If you're not going to put it in the comment section, the number to call me or text me at is, you can find that number. Oh, goodness. Here it is. 807-628-4334. That's 807-628-4334. Just going to say, if you text me, I don't have my phone set where I hear every notice, being all the time that there's a text or so. And I don't want to be that person that, oh, I got to stop what I'm doing because I got a text or a message or something. I'm sorry. If you want to talk to me, pick up the phone. Call me. Do you do that? Call me, however you do it. That's the best way that I'm more apt to hear it and respond immediately to you. And so that is it for tonight's show. I hope you found it interesting and educational. And it is my goal since discovering this product and how incredibly wonderful it is, and learning that the medical profession and caregivers are not very aware of this, and recommendation to anyone with hearing loss and is keep wearing your hearing aids, wear your hearing aids. But when that is, as I said, the article said, oh my goodness, what was it? I'm going to end with that, because if you missed this earlier, oh my gosh, it's shocking. It says that among adults 70 years or older, 2/3 experience a 25 decibel or greater loss of hearing in both ears. And a normal hearing person can experience such a deficit by inserting a pair of standard foam earplugs, which provide a comparable 33 decibels of sound reduction. Oh my gosh. We're walking around at this stage in life for like with earplugs on, and so we're missing a lot, and age-related hearing loss is a real problem. And it was also saying that 4 out of 5 octogenarians with significant hearing loss do not wear their hearing aids. That's huge. And what happens from that? The world gets smaller, cognitive decline, social isolation, a lack of joy in life. And the answer is here. $100, $120, $170. You don't have to convince the person up front that it's something to do. If you're convinced that it's worth the risk of making a small investment and picking one up and just bringing it along and having those conversations with somebody using it, you will see the magic happen. So thank you so much for joining us on episode 209 of Shop with Diane. I hope to be back next week with Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with some more interesting products. I hope you'll join us. I hope you'll share this video with everyone. It's going to take an hour of somebody's time to get through it. You can fast forward it, I suppose, if you don't like my stories, but it's I think an hour well spent when we're able to help those that we care about and love. So good night, everybody. Have a great rest of the evening, or if you happen to watch the replay, the rest of the day. And I look forward to seeing you again. Okay, good night and stay well. Bye-bye.